and also inviting me as one of the resource person and giving me a wonderful opportunity to interact with everyone. So thank you all. With this note, I would like to go move into the session. Shall we start the session, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, madam.
Yes, madam.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, sir. Thank you. So, before, I think you all would have been known to each other, but a small glimpse can I have from few of you? Like you are, like who are all the participants?
Madam, we are all commerce teachers, madam, across Karnataka, Kerala, Maharashtra.
Oh, great. Okay. So, commerce teachers. Okay.
Commerce teachers.
Great, sir. So I could see many of the faces. Okay, so great. Okay, so and I think it is a very challenging task given to me to engage teachers. Engaging students is quite easier because they listen to us or they pretend to listen to us. But engaging a faculty forum, that too for 3 hours, I think it's a challenging task because it's a pool of knowledge resource. And what is that I feel is let's have it like a more of interactive session, and so that it will be a knowledge sharing platform or not a one-way communication. So with this note, I'll start into it. So today, what is the topic I have chosen for the presentation is like the discussion on the intelligence level which is needed for the teachers. So can I share my PPT? Ma'am, can I start sharing my PPT?
Yes, madam. Yes, madam.
Yes, give me a second. Yes. So, hope everyone is able to see my screen.
Yes, madam.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
Yes, madam.
So, I would like to start with a quote. The best teachers teach from the heart and not from the book. So, is that we all agree?
Yes, ma'am. We do agree.
Yes, ma'am.
Definitely, ma'am.
Definitely.
Yes,
I could
ma'am.
see a smile on a few teachers' face. Yes. So, what is that? Is that we don't teach from the book, which means we are not replicating something to students. We are trying to teach from the heart, which means we are trying to be engaged. We are trying to be engaged, and we are trying to do it from with the heart and soul. That's what is the teachers, right? So, do you think this is easy right now?
No, ma'am.
No. Yes. A very honest answer. Why it is no?
Because we can't expect 100% dedication from the students nowadays. I'm not telling all the students are the same. Majority of the students are not showing interest towards education. I
Yes.
feel, ma'am.
Okay.
Compared to our days,
Yeah.
now students orientation towards different aspects rather than studies, I guess.
Yes. So we say that the first thing is the attitude of the students. Okay. The next, any other?
The qualities of teacher, madam.
Media and social
Diverted.
networking.
There are a lot of diversions. Exactly.
ma'am.
That is there. Okay. And then
Nowadays, there is a question on qualities of teacher, madam, first.
exactly the quality of teachers.
Because many institutions, they are appointing just a fresher, PG passed out students to look after their academic year rather than focusing on the quality, madam. So in this regard, I don't feel this quote is the best suitable for those.
Okay. So that is also a challenge, right? The quality of the teachers. Okay. So how about like handling the students' intelligence level? Is that can we agree that it has become very challenging for us to engage the students?
Yes, ma'am, I do agree for this.
My
Because
big challenge.
nowadays there are a lot of tools and technologies have been available, madam, to regard to
Exactly.
the study also. And students know maximum information than teachers now. So I feel this is one where it's challenging nowadays.
May
Yes.
I, madam?
Yes, sir.
In my opinion, madam, there is evergreen problem. which most of our teachers also faced, and we are also facing. That is generation gap, number one.
Yes.
Because we expect something, and the present generation is definitely better than the older generations. Quite naturally, they have different set of skills and requirements. That poses a different kind of challenge. This is number one. Number two, the passionate teachers are not there. Most of the teachers today, especially the youngsters, they come here as a profession, not as a passionate profession. Number one. Then, second point, and this is they come here for survival. Elsewhere, they are unable to survive because industry demands a different kind of skill sets, which they may not have. So they come here just for survival sake or for stopgap arrangements. I'm preparing for something else, competitive exam, IAS, KS, something like that. Till I get that, I'll do this.
Yeah, they take it as a fillers.
Yeah, they're just fillers. That is why the quality of higher education has drastically come down, and we are unable to produce the output as it is expected and required.
Okay. So yes, definitely it is a very big question which has lot of answers.
Ma'am, excuse me, may I, ma'am?
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Please, definitely.
Ma'am, this is my view. Actually, you have given some quote, how we can emotionally connect with the students like that way. Some quote is given here.
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Very
Yes. So, okay. Now we get a lot of answers, right? Exactly. And even I think if we talk on this, we can talk for 20 to 30 minutes, right? So, as a teacher, this 360-degree, I think this is which day of session? Today is your which day of session?
Ninth day, ma'am.
Oh, ninth day. Okay. So in ninth day, definitely you would have worked on with different topics, right? So NEP would be there, higher education and research would be there, and then classroom teaching will be there. Lot of things are there. So what is that, when we were in this discussion, I wish to summarize the main challenge is handling the present generation. Okay. And then the other challenge is the attitude. And then the other challenges, what we can say is the attitude of the teachers and the attitude of the students, both. Okay. So, and one madam, she rightly said how we are connecting with them from the heart, which is the emotions also. Okay. So that is all is that it has become a biggest challenge. So what is the topic I have taken today? I thought we can work on is understanding the intelligence level of teachers. Okay, so I thought we can work on understanding the intelligence, which is both the intelligence, right? Your human intelligence and artificial intelligence, both. How are we going to integrate these two for an effective classroom teaching? So this is a topic which I thought I can work on it because the present generation, they are very smart, where we need to be updated with the technology. We need to be updated with the current trends, what's going on. So that is very much needed. And then the other aspect is what is the touch, human touch. We are we are proving to our students that is very important. So what is that I am different from others? What is that I am different from a computer? What is that I am different from a AI chat GPT? So that is what is that we have to do. So, and there are many studies which has also said how the cognitive skills are being affected. This was a very interesting topic, and also a very much yeah, challenging in the sense which needs to get an awareness, the cognitive intelligence. So that also needs to be understood. So to the maximum of 3 hours today we have. So till 11:10 we will have a session, and 11:10 to 11:30 or 20 we will have a break, and then the next session we will have 11:30 to 12:30 or 12:45, and then we'll have a Q&A or a general discussion. So this is what I have planned. And it was quite really interesting when I was preparing to the depth of the both the sides. I couldn't, concise where I can touch on, where I couldn't touch on. So that's how it is. So I'll try to do my best. So let's start with the session. So, see, if I ask you now, many of us are with there. Sir, Sumant Kumar Jain. Okay, sir. Can I call the names randomly? Is it okay? Yes, thank you, ma'am. Akila. Sumant Kumar, sir. Sir, if I ask you your number, your HOD number or your director number, will you be able to say without looking into the mobile?
Hello, ma'am.
Yes, sir. If I ask
Can I
you
come again,
your,
ma'am? Sorry.
yeah, no, sir. If I ask your director number or
Okay.
your college CEO or someone whom you are reporting, so if
Yes,
I
ma'am.
ask you for their number, will you be able to tell me without looking into the mobile?
No, ma'am.
But how many times we call them?
Yeah.
Nowadays,
Frequently, we'll be calling them,
Yeah.
but still, we won't remember it, ma'am.
Okay. So is that the same? Was it the same of 10 years back?
No, no, ma'am. No, ma'am.
No, definitely no. Okay. So,
Yes, ma'am.
see, as being a teacher, we are reading books, we are reading material, and we are in the regular learning process. See, what happened now, our memories, the retention has gone really down. Okay. So, this is not only for you, this is for me, and I think most of us will agree this is the truth. Then imagine about the students. Okay, even now when we go on rounds, when the students are preparing for the exams, we could see students only reading with their mobile phones. Yes, am I right or not? They are just using only the
yes,
mobile
ma'am.
phones and they are not using books at all. Okay, so they are not at all using books. Even when we say, dear, you read this book, dear, you read that book, they say, no, ma'am, you please send me the the soft copy, or you send me the PDF of it, or you send me the book soft copy. That's what they are telling. Imagine the future of the youngsters. How will they, the memory power or the thinking ability or their retention will be there in future? It's a biggest challenge, right? So how are we going to address as a teachers? So that also needs to be understood. But is that so? Can we avoid technology? No. Then they call us as a boomerang teacher. That also happens, right? You go and you don't make any videos, you don't make any PPT, you simply talk, they call us a boomerang teacher. So how is this challenge to be bridged? So that is what is that I'm trying to work on with this refresher session. So let me start with that. So what are the intelligence level needed for teachers? You can talk about different intelligence. Can we leave any intelligence? No, not at all. So we have to have human intelligence and you also need to have artificial intelligence, both, right? Is that you all agree? Definitely. So we
Yes,
need to
madam.
have
Yes,
human
ma'am.
intelligence and pedagogy and also artificial intelligence, which needs to be integrated with the education. So these two things are very, very important. See, and here when I think there is a famous joke in WhatsApp, what not for the teachers when they are in question paper formatting, they are in admission, they are in valuation, they are in revaluation, they are in publication. Even now for the refresher course, it is, some of you would have been in vacation. In vacation, there it comes a compulsory, right? You have to take a course, a refresher course, or you have to take a NITTR some course or some IIT course or something. That's how it is, right? So it happens. So what is that? Is not that a teacher job is left. Nothing. Everything we have to face. Take it up. And so many, I could see faces of many. One is telling, nodding. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, I could hear all your mind voice. Okay, even now I'm sitting, ma'am, this is my procedure. I have to, my college is asking me to take a course. I have to take, right? So that is how the things are happening. Okay. So, but this is one side. But what is our students expect from us? We should be master of all, right? So when you get into the classroom, you are every day we are meeting nearly 240 students, right? So every day we meet 240 students in different batches, minimal I say. So when you meet at least 180 students in a day, how do they expect? What do they expect from us? Is a perfect teacher, a blend of all. So what is a blend of all? We should be a very smiling, right? We should never be angry at all. We should be more empathetic. That is one side, right? Okay, that's all is fine. When you start teaching in the classroom, how they expect you? They expect you to be, your brains to be like computers, right? So pouring on a lot of things. So both the things are needed. So how are we going to be? First thing, let's work on with the human intelligence. Okay, so why is that we have to understand human intelligence? See, the senior most teachers, a few years back, even before the pandemic, when you are angry, you can shout at the students. At least you can take some rides. Why not? What pa? You can say. Is that, are you able to do that right now? Can we show
no.
some stick?
No, no.
No.
No, ma'am.
No. See, even a student is not coming to college, what do you do?
Shortage of attendance.
Yeah, shortage of attendance. But how do you handle it?
Very smoothly,
Does
madam.
it matter
By
for
reducing
them?
marks.
Reducing marks.
We should counsel the student.
You have to counsel the student.
Counsel the student.
Yes. Then, can you
What
question
is
them with the right
what is the
and
reason
trial?
why not?
Yeah. If they come late, can we say, go, get out, stand out? No?
No, ma'am. Not at
No.
all.
Immediately they say, I'll jump from here. I'll go to student affairs. I will write to UGC. There are so many cases, one of my friend who is working in student affair. So that particular senior person told me for this year alone, that is before the examination, they have got nearly 114 mails in 2 weeks of time from different colleges, okay, stating that my project guide is very strict, my department HOD is very strict, and they are not allowing me for exam, and they are asking me to pay fees. You know, asking fees is also a challenge, right? So one student has raised a complaint, and other. So you imagine in a short span of time, they are getting 100 plus mail, okay, before the project ending. So what is this? So it has become very, very challenging to handle the students with the proper soft skills. So we teachers need to be enabled with the human intelligence. So that is very, very important. So what are the different intelligence? So we have lot of things. I'm just I have briefed on this later, but I wish to touch upon only one thing, that is emotional intelligence and empathy. So that is what is a session which I'm going to touch upon. But these are all the different intelligence which is listed. So you what are all the human intelligence which is required for a teacher? Understanding multiple intelligence in the classroom, and then you need to have the cognitive load theory. So this I will be touching upon with the AI. Okay, the outcome of the AI, that I will be touching on what is cognitive. And then metacognition. So like teaching students how to think about thinking. Okay, that has also there. And then EQ, that is what is that we are going to discuss today. Emotional quotient, in which you are teaching, and which is a very median platform for student engagement. And also nowadays we talk about NLP, so neuro linguistic program, so the neuroscience of learning, how intelligence shapes learning process, and then your critical thinking and problem solving skills, and then how do you create innovation. And nowadays there is a thing called a social intelligence. Okay, so have you heard about this social intelligence?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. So,
Yes.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
what is this
social
social
quotient.
intelligence?
Actually, it's a
Controlling and
sense of
expressing
dealing
the
with
emotions.
others or peer groups and all.
Okay. It is, how are we working on with the peer groups?
Emotions.
Yeah, emotion is emotional intelligence. Social intelligence is the interpersonal skills and your peer groups. How are you connected in a peer group? How are you, able to interact with people? All those things comes as your social intelligence. So nowadays, a recent study, a research paper has stated that the students are very good in IQ, but they are very, very poor in social intelligence. That is, they like to be aloof. Okay, they don't want to be in a group. They don't want to work as a team. They wish to be an individual contributor than to be a team contributor. And also what the studies have said is they prefer more of silence. They prefer to be alone. Okay, so this is something alarming. So that is all is there. So these are all the human intelligence which needs to be integrated with our teaching pedagogy. So let me work more on with the emotional intelligence. So that is what is that one thing which we can detail. So why, you might ask me a question, ma'am, is that why, doctor, you have given so many intelligence? Why is that we teacher should have? Okay. So definitely you might ask a question. Dr. Nandan sir may ask me, why is that I need to have these many intelligence? I am a doctorate. I have published papers. I have a H index this much. But why is that I need to possess all these intelligence? Yes, it's a very genuine
Because
question.
I am a teacher, madam.
Yeah, because you are a teacher, exactly. Because we are a teacher. So why it's that is, first thing is we have to tailor. We are all like tailor-made teaching, right? So tailoring lessons to students' unique strength. Okay. So first thing is we have to have a differentiated instruction. See how Priyadarshini teaches for section A, she cannot teach us same for section B. Okay. So and the same way when she teaches for Anna University student, my delivery is different. But the same way when I teach for arts and science, the same content that is different. So that should be the importance for a teacher delivery, and that comes with your multiple intelligence. So you have to be more empathetical. You have to be of more of tailor-made, deliveries. And then the next important thing is student engagement. Okay, so keeping students engaged is very, very challenging, right? See, even, as a faculty, you might, we are used of talking, we might talk, but, the students are very, very difficult and, keeping their retention. Nowadays, students respect the faculty, okay, out of the knowledge and not, they have a fear on the faculty. Do you all agree? Yes.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
how should we handle a faculty?
Yes, madam.
Yes, definitely. So when they give you, when they say greet you, it should come out of the respect. Okay. So they should feel, oh, madam, very good, commerce madam. So see how she has motivated me. I see her, I definitely bow to her. That should be the case. And it's not like I see a teacher, I salute. That generation has gone. So, and also engaging them is very, very challenging. That comes out of the inclusive education. So, different learning styles and needs. So, that is very, very important. So, you cannot have the same notes for all the years. I prepared in 2020. The same thing I cannot use it for 2025. We have to, these are all comes now as a ethical. So, that is all is there. And then next one is professional growth, reflecting one's own teaching style and adapting over time. So these are all the importance of multiple intelligence. And now let's start with emotional balance. So how are we, first perspective? Okay, so now in this 15 or 20 minutes, what is that I have briefed is that this session I'm going to address on the intelligence level needed for teachers. So the intelligence I have classified into two intelligence. One is the human intelligence, and then the next one is the artificial intelligence. So the human intelligence, we are going to work on with what are all the concepts which is needed for a classroom teaching. And I am going to touch upon the most important thing is emotional intelligence, as we are dealing with the emotions of students. And then the next one is the AI. So what are all the AI tools and some of the important things which we can discuss for the AI, and also what happens to the cognitive skills of students, that also we are going to discuss. So this is what is a overview of the session which I am going to handle for this day. So first, let's start with the emotional balance. See, this is how it is. Life is all about. So balance is the key to life, right? So yeah, big elephant. Yeah, it's of so much of kilos, but it stands on a wall, right? So, is it possible? Is it possible? Is animated picture or real?
Animated.
Animated, madam.
Animated, madam.
Animated. But in circus, it does no.
Circuses.
Yes,
In
yes.
circus, we can see this, ma'am. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So that happens. See, that's what. So what it means, it is like you are balancing your figure in a single center, or in a center of balance, or a circle where we have to hold on. That all is important, right? So the emotional balance is very, very important for the teachers. Okay. So what is emotional intelligence? We are going to discuss. So, and what is emotion, and why is it different from IQ, and the model for EQ? Okay. So the way we quantify EI is called as emotional quotient. Okay. So it is called emotional quotient. And earlier we had the thing called as IQ. So what is IQ? Your intelligent quotient. Okay. So to be successful in life, they said you are intelligent, that will do, right? So you are successful in life. But is that alone is enough in nowadays?
No, ma'am.
No. Nowadays they say IQ.
No, madam. No.
Yeah, they say IQ. Now then they call it as EQ. Then what are all the Qs you have heard of?
Spiritual quotient.
Sorry?
Spiritual quotient.
Spiritual quotient.
SQ.
Yes. SQ.
HQ.
HQ. Exactly. What is HQ?
Happiness quotient.
Sorry?
Happiness quotient which he is telling, madam.
Sorry, sir. Your voice is
He was telling happiness quotient.
yeah, humor quotient, happiness quotient. Yeah. So nowadays, they talk about more of HQ also. First it was IQ, later on it was EQ, and later on it was SQ. SQ is where they call it as a spiritual quotient. What is that they meant by spiritual quotient is your alignment of your inner self. It's not religious, they said. Spiritually, how are we connected to our own self? See, it is your intelligence, it's your emotion. They even talk about gyans. Okay, we all have to be like a Buddha, where you are surrounded by you all, halo effect. We all studied in behavioral science, right? So we should have that also. So your aligning of yourself, how are we aligned to our self? That is your spiritual quotient. Okay, enough? No. With all these things, we should know how to be happy, right? So how to be happy, and how to keep others happy, and how to make others laugh. That is also is very important. So that is your HQ, your humor quotient or your happiness quotient. That is also is important. So all these all comes under your human intelligence. Nowadays they call it as all these Qs together as a human intelligence. Okay. So now we don't have much time to dwell into each one, but we can just work on with a tip of the iceberg, like about EI. So I think many of you would have come across this EI, right? Yes?
Yes, madam.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So what is your opinion, or what is your ideology about EI? Just
Ma'am,
Ma'am, how do we relate to?
yes. How do we?
Ma'am, how can we connect with our emotions of others?
Okay.
That is how our emotions are being connected with others' emotion. That is like how can we understand the feelings of the others?
Okay. How can we understand the feeling of others?
Madam,
Okay.
emotional
As
as a
intelligence
faculty, when we enter into the class, we will try to understand the student's concept, and then we will try to manage that 60 minutes is what an emotional intelligence stands with.
Emotional intelligence, madam,
Yes, sir.
say at any point of time you should not break down.
We should not break Down.
Down. We
Okay.
should be strong.
Should be
Is it
strong.
like how we react to a particular situation? In Kannada, we have a Stita Prajna. Okay, I don't know whether it will be able to Stita Prajna. Okay, that is how do we react?
How do we react?
To have control over our behavior, like.
Like
Okay.
stepping into the shoe of others, like getting their emotion or understanding their emotion is
Being
what I'm-
empathetical.
Yeah, yes, ma'am.
Okay. So
And how to control ourselves, ma'am, towards
How to-
situation.
situation.
How to control ourselves towards various situations.
How to control ourselves to the various situations. Yes. Okay. So there are different answers, right? So, but what is that basically is that how we are understanding our own emotion and how are we able to understand and handle other people emotion together is called emotional intelligence. Okay, that means, for example, uh, there is something happening at my workplace. Okay, for example, I'm coming late. Okay, I'm coming late, and my boss, that is the day where I had a bad day, but I'm coming late. But that's the first time I'm coming late. Okay, maybe in my tenure in that workplace, that is the day I'm coming late. Okay, but that day is an important day at my workplace. Okay, my superior is awaiting for my report or something like that. So they are a little bit very panic or they are a little bit stressed out there. Okay, so what happens when I go late? My superior will bang on me, right? Definitely they will bang on me, or they'll show face, or they will ask me, give me, or something with a tense note. Okay, so what happens? Already I am in an emotional roaring. Okay, and that is the first time I am coming late. I have a justification, I am not fine. What happens when they ask? I simply cry, or I shout, or I just leave, or I take a wrong impression. That's where we are not balanced. Okay, now coming to the point of EI, what is emotional intelligence is I understand how I am, my emotions. Okay, how is my emotion and how do I handle my emotion? Okay, and also how I understand my opposite person emotion and how I handle that emotion. So all these four dimensions are done in a balanced way. Understanding my emotion and handling my emotion, understanding my opposite person or my group, their emotion, and how I am handling. See, it is not only the thing is, see, I'm insisting on the word handling also. It's not only understanding. Okay. So I know I am in a bad mood. Okay. So that is, I understand. Okay. But how I am handling my bad mood? Okay. I know my boss is tensed. Okay. I know they want the delivery to be done. But how do I handle their emotions also? So it is like the four quadrants. Okay. How or is that I'm working on with the four quadrants together? That is what is called as your EI. Okay. Emotional intelligence. How are you working on with the four quadrants in a best way that gives your quotient of your emotional quotient? Okay, I think you all know the formula also. For IQ, what do we do? Your mental age divided by your actual age, right? That is what is your IQ ratio, which we say. Exactly, right? No? The same way, for your emotional quotient also, your emotional age divided by your actual age. Okay. See, there might be variation between your emotional age and your actual age. For some people, your emotional age might be very high compared to their actual age. Okay. But for some people, their emotional age will be very, very less compared to their actual age. We say, no, see how senior or that person is or how aged they are, but see how they are emotionally imbalanced like that. Right. So your EQ level is very, very important. So as a teacher, this EI level is very, very important. Okay. So emotional intelligence, it refers to the capacity for recognizing our own feeling and those of others, for motivating ourselves and managing emotions well in ourselves and in our relationship. So the Daniel Goleman is the pioneer of EI. Okay, so he did evolve this EI in his book Why EQ and Not IQ. If any of you are interested to do a paper or to work on with some some research, you can refer into that book. That book is very, very interesting, and it is very simple also. So it is the Daniel Goleman is called as the father of AI also. So it is this. So it is not something new. It originated from multiple intelligence, and then it moved on from the EI, and then EI book, and now it has, with, as we discussed, it's a social intelligence. So the emotions, what do we say? It is an inseparable in our everyday work life. Okay. So which includes your fear, joy, frustration, grief, everything it comes. So how are we handling it? So it is in your brain. Okay. So I think you can see this quadrant. Can you see the quadrant? Okay. So self-awareness, social awareness, self-awareness and self-management. Okay. So it is your self-awareness and self-management. And this is your social awareness and social relationship management. Okay. Your self-awareness is talks about your own emotional self-awareness and your self-assessment and your self-confidence. Okay. So, and then your self-management is your self-control, transparency. Wait, I'll just try to move this icon. Okay. So it talks about your emotional self-awareness and then self-assessment, and which boost up your self-confidence. Okay, that is your first quadrant. And then this is your self-management, self-control, transparency, adaptability, achievement drive, and your initiative. See, it is like a magic, if you really understand this, we'll be more happy. And even, we like some people because they are very transparent. Am I right or not? If you I'll give you some few seconds. You recall your colleagues, you will be very comfortable with few people. Okay. What is the reason we will be, one second. So what is the reason we will be comfortable with few people is because they are very, very transparent. Okay. So they are very transparent and they are very much easy to go with. So that is what is the reason. Okay. So how does that comes across? It comes on the table. Okay. How does it comes on the table is only when you know about yourself, you can control and you can also be transparent and you will be more trustable by others. Okay. So as a teacher, first thing is I should know about my strength and weakness also. You should do a SWOT. We do SWOT for everything. So you should do a SW, strength and weakness. So once we know about ourselves, what happens is we become a transparent person. Okay. Where other people can trust on. See, the most important thing in the classroom is you create a belief. Okay. You create a open communication. So where the students can trust you. Okay. They can come to you or they can walk into you whenever there is a problem. They can walk into you. Some of you might be in the important position like grievance handler, or some of you might be like posh cell, or some of you might be in the women empowerment cell or ragging committee, or so many committees are there, or headship. So like that you will be holding a position. Okay. So what makes, if you ask any student why is that you are coming to me, the first reason they will tell you is not that you are holding the position. The first reason they will tell you is, sir, you are very trustable, sir. Or they will tell you, sir, I feel comfortable. Sir, I feel very open. So that is what is that. So how does that comes? How do you make it, it cannot be cooked. Really, see, I'll tell you, certain things cannot be cooked up at all. Some youngsters, if you are there in this forum, so you understand that these things cannot be cooked at all. This is not like a thing which can be done tailor-made or done by a makeup, something, nothing like that. These things should come from our origination. These things should come from our inner personality. Even, when I started the session, few faculty, they told me nowadays, faculty are joining this position just as a fillers, or just to for preparing for exam, and they are not committed and all. Why it is so? Because we don't understand it at all. Okay, so the thing is very, very important, your self awareness. Okay, and then the next important aspect is your social awareness, your empathy, your organizational awareness, and service orientation. Both the things are very important. Okay, so what is empathy?
Looking into others' point of view.
Okay. Any other answer, sir? Looking into others' point of view, or what it is?
Understanding others' views.
Connecting with people. Connecting with people.
And understanding others.
Understanding others' situation.
Understanding others' perspective.
Connecting with others.
Okay.
Ability to understand and to share the feelings.
Understanding others.
Understanding others. Then why
Madam.
it is, why we have a separate term called as empathy?
No.
Connecting
Can
with
we
people.
call it
Emotions.
understanding, no?
Getting to their place and thinking from the point of
Yeah.
view of them.
You are seeing the problem from their perspective. That is what is empathetical. Putting yourself in someone's shoes, they call it, no? So that is what is the empathetical. Putting yourself in someone's shoes. What do you mean by someone's shoes? You know the pains and gains only when they wear the fit, the same thing. Okay, so your empathetical skill is very important. So I have few important points to discuss on empathy. See, what is this organizational awareness? I really wanted to know the teacher's view on this organizational awareness. You're all from different colleges, right?
Yes, madam.
Yes, sir. So what is this organizational awareness?
We should know about entire organization structure and hierarchy, process, protocols, and principles. And if we know, then it will be better to ourselves to adjust with the organizational structure, madam. So we
Okay.
should know the awareness. Awareness means it is nothing but we should know entire iota of organization.
Okay, we should get to know about our organization. See, how far this knowledge is important for us.
To get
See, how many
adjusted with
of you
the.
are, okay, anyone, in this group who is there in the same organization for more than 10 years?
Myself.
Yourself. Okay, sir.
I'm also there.
Yourself. Okay, great. So what was your journey? Just 30 seconds.
Ma'am, I have joined as an assistant professor. Now I am the IQAC coordinator of my college.
Oh, great, sir. Okay, so what was your journey there?
To me, ma'am?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a beautiful journey, ma'am, because I understood my organization and also I tried to understand my students also, and I have a very good experiences from there. And truly, I am also hardworking and also aware about the surroundings. Thus, that encouraged me to get this position.
Okay, what is the percentage? See, you are giving a gratitude message, right? So I understand that. That's true. But what is the percentage? You were
90% of my professional lives I dedicated to this organization's well-being.
Okay, great. Okay.
Sir,
So
don't you
you
have transfer, sir? Transfers are not there, sir, in your college?
No, sir, no, sir. So,
No, you'll be retiring there only then.
okay, sir, see, when you are in the same organization, okay, more than 5 years also we can take into account. what is that? We can, if we get into the discussion, we can see that everything comes like a 80-20. I think you all know the Pareto principle. That is, the 20% contributes for the 80%. Okay, so that's what we call it as a Pareto principle. That is the 20% of vital which contributes for the 80% of the outcome. Okay, see, when you are in the organization, we know all the
Especially in,
things.
madam, especially in colleges, it will happen like that only, madam. Pareto, 20% will be doing very hard work, and 80% of people enjoying the fruits of that hard work. Especially in
Okay,
colleges, this is the
no, I can understand your pain, sir. That is, you are giving a different version of Pareto principle.
yeah, yes.
Okay. Yes, sir. That's true. Okay, you are seeing the whole picture of the organization. That's true. See, but we know all these things, but we are staying in the organization, right? This is what is my question.
Ma'am, truly, I got the transferable positions and transferable job in government sector also, but I
Yeah.
didn't prefer that because that much I'm committed to my organization. That's it.
Yes. So then what is that is, see now the professor is a very good example for the social awareness. Why is because definitely in his journey for more than 15 years, there would have been lot of challenges, right? It is not like he didn't have challenges. There might be people who would have, like as sir said, I work, you get the benefit. That is also would have been there. But what is the thing which makes us happy, or what is the thing which makes us stay in that particular place is how far I am aware, and how far I am aware that I am okay with that place. See, for example, if you take me, I am with my organization. This is going to be I'm stepping into the 15th year. But I had a notion when I started my career, I should move on for 5 years, every 5 years. This is going to be my 24th year in teaching. So when I started my career, I had a notion that every 5th year or 6th year I should move. Okay, that's how I had my first two jobs. Though it was the best job, I was very clear after 5 years or 4 years, I should not be in one organization. That's where you get a growth. That's how it is. But what is that it made me to be in the same place for more than a decade? If I recall myself, the thing is, I'm aware what I need. Okay, I'm aware what I need. And also I'm aware what is the current my organization provides me. And I know what is the social environment there. And I accept it. Okay, I'm accepting it. Okay, this is what is there. I'm fine with it. Okay. So once that mapping works out, where I'm also happy, the environment is also happy, and where my career is also good, that's where we can frame it out. Once you are not aware what you want, and once you are not able to make it clear, definitely it is a biggest challenge. Okay, yeah, I think you all know, yeah, happy teacher is a productive teacher. So only when you are happy, you can make your classroom teaching happy. Okay, so why is that I'm stressing on this point is, you have to be a good inspiring leader in your classroom, and you have to be a change catalyst. And very important, we have to sort out the conflict management, teamwork and collaboration, so many roles. How this fourth quadrant enhances is only with the, what is that? Only when your social awareness improves. See, first thing, it starts with your self-awareness and your self-management. When you do these two things properly, it moves to your social awareness. When you do these three quadrants properly, your fourth quadrant turns out to be very good. That is, you become an inspiring leader, you become a change catalyst, you are handling a good conflict management, and you build bonds in your classroom. Okay, see, very important. As a teacher, we should create a teamwork. That is what is very, very important. So, as you say now, sir, the professor, he's a example, sir. I'm taking you as an example. So when you said, your voice was with so much of self-esteem, right? You told me, I got so many government jobs, but I didn't move. Okay, and I'm very happy. I started as assistant professor. Now I'm the IQAC head. So what is that? You get a higher self-esteem. You're more optimistic. You are oriented towards the success. So these are all the outcomes of your EI. And even, when you take about the feedback of your students, you can see that you get a good feedback from the students. Exactly, right?
Sure, ma'am. Sure, ma'am.
Yes, sir, definitely. So this is what is that?
Yes, madam,
IQ is
that's right,
personal.
madam.
Yes, sir.
Uh,
Oh,
ma'am,
you are acknowledging. So there is a endorsements for you also, sir. Great. Congratulations,
we are
sir.
working in government colleges, ma'am, and it's a transferable job. And what
Oh,
happens is when we go to different college, it's a different environment, but we get adjusted to that environment. Maybe take some time. Initially, there will be some problem, but we
definitely.
get adjusted. And
Once we get adjusted, na madam, immediately next transfer will come, madam.
yeah,
That's true. Very difficult.
especially when we are there in the E zone. Okay,
Yeah,
so
is on.
have to be ready for that. Okay, but it's a different experience, ma'am. Working in
You
different
meet
colleges,
different students.
it's a nice experience.
Based on the place, the students also vary, right?
Yeah, it's a totally different environment here, ma'am. I got after 6 years, I got transferred to this place, and
Oh.
yes, but it's a new experience, but it's a good experience.
Really a different thing only. It's all new for, people working for private colleges to hear all those things.
It improves the emotional quotient as well, ma'am.
Definitely. See, it needs more of your EQ, because only when you have the acceptancy, when ma'am was briefing, she was with a very light tone. She was with a positive tone. She said, every 6 years we are moving. That is not an easy thing, okay? Because you need to reroute yourself, right? So when you reroute it, how are you rerouting with the happiness or with the acceptance? That's where the journey will be good. All right. So you need more of EQ. So that is also is there. Now coming to empathetical skills. So what is empathy is like, seeing with the eyes of another, listening with the ears of another, and feeling with the heart of another. So this is what is the empathy is all about. Okay. And see this is very, very important. See, what I request all the teachers is, even, whenever there is something comes, when I always see that being empathetical is very, very important for a teacher. Okay. So that is the key for your classroom environment. So understand emotion in other person point of view. See, this diagram was very much, it caught my eyes very much. See, there are two people, one in black and other one is in blue. So see the binoculars, what they are having in their hand. The black is having the blue binocular, that is the genders. Okay. The blue is having the binocular of the opposite, that is the pink. Okay. So this means what? You see it from their viewpoint. Okay. That is what. See, this happens. It is really good. Even the classroom or even in our personal life, like, whenever we have a problem with our spouse, you see it in their binoculars. Okay. So that's where, the problem might be little bit uh, diligent, right? So the same thing we can do it in our classroom. So when a student is not good, or when they are not performing well, or when they are not listening to your class, please see it from their point of view. You ask them, okay, or you understand, or you try to change something like that. Okay, so this is very, very important. Okay.
Ma'am, your voice is muted.
What is the difference between empathy and sympathy? I'll make it fast. So nowadays the generation expects us to be more empathetical and they don't want sympathetical. Okay. So what is that being empathetical is you understand the feeling of others. You need not pity for others. And empathetical is for building up the relationship, personal understanding and caring for another's struggles. Okay, so that is what is that empathetical. And scope is when you are empathetical, both you see the positive and negative. Okay, you see both. That is what is empathetical. But being sympathetical is, you just have a pity for negative things. That is alone is called as being sympathetical. Okay, so that is what is that we being understanding, being empathetical, and sorry, once again, my slide is okay. Okay. Sympathy is, I'm sorry that happened to you. Empathy is, see, there are next session I'll be working on with AI, where you have chat boards and Copilot and so many things are there. I'll brief on some AI apps to you. See, whenever you talk to students, nothing wrong. Okay. You learn the words to phrase ourselves, okay, to phrase before you talk to a student, okay. See, you can say, I am sorry, than that, I see, I understand, or what happened, than to say what happened. You can say, what could I do to make you feel better? Or what is the thing which you feel it will make you better, or something? You make it as an open receptive. Okay. See, the present generation, what is that I felt is that they are very much good in their brains. But what I feel is they need more attention. Okay. So in your classroom sessions, try to provide them more attention. Okay, you give more attention to the students. Okay, so you say that's to be too bad. When something is broken, you say that's too bad. That is not that they expect. Yeah, they expect us to hold their pitfalls. Okay, so when some student is not good, where they are broken, as a teacher, we should hold their broken parts. It's not like I'm telling we are not their mother or father. Okay, I agree that they have a family, they have the parents, everything is there. But the most of the time they spend in the they spend their time at the college or the with you people, with us, right? The most of the time they spend at the educational institute. So what we can do is we can give them some care, or we can give them some support, or we can make them feel they are listened. Okay, so that is what is important, how to be empathetic. Okay, so outcomes of EI. So you are good in decision, you have decreased occupational stress, and you have a reduced turnover, and you have a good well-being. All these things are your outcomes of your good EI. Okay, so this is what is the importance of your emotional intelligence. So a short brief: human intelligence, which talks about your interpersonal skills, which is based on your empathetical, your EI, SQ, HQ, and also now we did brief, or we did had a discussion on understanding the importance of EI, emotional intelligence. Okay, so we saw the 4 quadrants. So about understanding ourselves, handling ourselves, understanding others, and how you handle others. So these are all the things which we discussed right now. So any doubts in EI? Can I move to the next one, EI?
Yes,
Till
ma'am.
11:10, shall we have the session?
11:15,
We'll have a break.
ma'am.
11:15. Okay, we'll have 11:15. So any doubts on this EI?
Ma'am, empathy and sympathy, when we talk about these two terms, we all say that we have to be empathetic towards our students, but then we can connect these two things, like empathy. When we are empathetic, no, we will have that sympathy also. We will take care of our students, right? Okay, so that leads to sympathy. Okay, maybe I do not know. Just a thought came, so okay.
Okay.
So
no, ma'am, you are saying that we can connect empathetical
yeah,
and
first we need to
sympathetical.
have empathy, okay, and then we will be sympathetic. Like we will have a sympathy because of the kind of situations that our students are there in. Like for example, some students are not able to write in English. It is because they have come from that background, right? So yes. So
Yes, right, ma'am. But what is the outcome which we generally, the people or human expect is, they expect the opponent to be
yeah,
more empathetical.
yeah,
Okay,
yes,
so
that
as
is
you said,
required. That is
yeah.
required. Okay. And
Okay,
then
as
it
you
will
said,
lead to
ma'am, we
sympathy.
can,
We will be,
yeah,
we will show
exactly.
sympathy towards, and then we will do something for them, right? Okay.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
as
So sympathy
ma'am,
is not something negative. Okay, that is
no,
also
that's not negative at all.
yeah,
As you
yeah,
said,
yeah,
a very
yeah.
good example, ma'am. You said a very good example. Like students are from rural background, they don't understand English. So you see
Yeah.
sympathetical. Okay, first you
Yeah,
see it in a
yeah.
sympathetical
First,
point of view,
yeah.
and then you make it out to be more
No, first
empathetical.
it is empathy. We have to put ourselves in their position, right? Okay.
Exactly.
And
That's
then
true, ma'am. That's a nice thing. We can integrate both things. So from your sympathy, you can turn out to be expressed to be more empathetical.
so empathy leads to sympathy, maybe that.
But it is always the both the ways. The sympathy leads to empathy also, they say. Empathy leads to sympathy also, they say. Both it is there. But the outcome is more of empathetical. See,
even they
being
should
pity.
have.
No. What is sympathetical is, you say, oh, you have a pain. Oh, it's paining. Okay. That is called sympathetical. Okay. Empathetical is, oh, I understand the pain. Okay. I understand your suffering. Let me do something for the suffering.
Yes, the
That is
first
called as
requirement, we
empathetical.
have to be empathetic. Empathy is a very good quality, ma'am.
Yes. Nice.
Even the person to whom we are showing should have that equal empathy towards us, no, ma'am.
Even
They
it
should
should
have
also
that.
be
Yeah, they should also be like sometimes not only we understand the students, but the students also should understand us in the point of view like, yeah, ma'am might have the bad day or something like that should be expected from even the other party, like the opponent also, no, ma'am.
That's true. See, that's where, we say that we should be a example. The 5 times you exhibit, at least not even 5 times, this 10 times you exhibit, 2 times might be they exhibited back. Oh, okay. That's
Yeah,
where
ma'am.
they say.
Yeah, ma'am. Or else we will also start losing our empathy actually.
Exactly. Yeah, right thing you said. If we don't do that, that's where, we had that quadrant. You remember in the EI quadrant, self-awareness and self-management. Okay. So what is that self-awareness and self-management is? It doesn't mind about the fourth quadrant. Okay. Even they are or they are not, how far you are there. This sounds very strict, but that is what is the reality of your EI. Yeah, the opposite person, you handle at 280 students, there might be like not even a one student understands you, but you are the only person will be there always to understand everyone.
Yeah, ma'am. Yeah. Yes.
That is what is the strength of EI. So because you are very clear with your quadrant 1 and quadrant 2, your self-awareness and self-management, and then you are aware of your social awareness and social management. So once you are strong in these quadrants, you don't see for the feedback
Other
at all.
person's expectation,
Yeah,
expectations and all that.
you don't see for the feedback at all. It is not like a loop. It never comes like a loop at all.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Any
Ma'am,
other questions?
how can we measure the true cognitive impact of AI in education beyond the test score like grades?
Yes, sir. So that's what is the next session we are going to discuss. Like how about this cognitive, what is the impact on the students and what are the AI measures we can work on it. So that is what is the next session is all about. It's a very nice question, but a very, very depth question. Definitely I'll address on this, sir.
Okay. Ma'am, another question on empathy for a teacher, like what we need to do to build up that quality. Do you have any suggestions here? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
We all have to be empathetic, right? So
Yeah.
what can help us, okay, to build up that quality?
Yes, very nice question. See, what is that we can do is, ma'am, the first thing is your self-awareness. Okay. So what is your self-awareness is more I know about myself. Okay. How do I know about more about myself is where I enhance my instincts, okay? Where I'm connected to myself, okay? So where I widen my instincts, where I widen my self-thinking, which can be done by your reading. So where we read lot, where we spend time for ourselves, where we are happy. So all these things we do it for ourselves. Only when you do for yourself, then only you can be more empathetical. When you don't do it anything for yourself, definitely you can never improve the empathetical skill at all. I think you all know about this Johari window. I know myself where I know about me, where I know about myself. Okay. Where you widen this open window, which means I know about me and I can handle myself, and where I do things for my own self. That is very, very important. See, many of us, what we do is we don't do things for our own. We always do things for others.